Witch Hat Atelier is an anime that you just simply have to watch to understand. I hear that even the animation for some of the scenes took years just to create. They would like just, and they did old school drawings. They would just draw every single frame by frame. They would just draw it out. That's what Witch Hat Atelier, the amount of production that just went into this anime is insane. Now I can't verify if that's what actually happened, but I would say so nonetheless, that this is seriously an anime that you have to watch. It's a must watch. Like, it's just undeniably one of the greatest crafted animes out there. The only downside to watching this right now, or just watching the season 1, is that the potential is enormous, but just so short-lived. 13 episodes is enough to be like, yeah, it's really great. Yeah, you have to watch it. Yeah, the animation is great, but it's just not enough. There's not enough bone on the meat. We are just getting to learn about all the characters. Now we have Queefree, who's past. We barely even know anything about him, but we know that he does a lot of very illegal stuff, like Thanos snapping the memory of the old guy within the city. Like, I don't know, man, he's just like a kind of like a low-key villain type of ordeal. And then the only person we really know about is Coco, but even then, it's like all we really know about her is that she's like in the backwaters, and she pretty much killed off her mom. Damn, look at all this information. And then we have Ulrugio. Damn, look at his name. What the fuck? What is his name? Master Ali, Urugo of the Torch, Predis Urugo, Star of Goth. Like, what the hell? Yeah, he's pretty notorious for inventing a lot of stuff. And then we have Agate, very punchable face Agate, and then Riche, who I thought was very curious, but she just seemed like another bratty kid. And then we have over here Titya. We're just learning about all these characters. We really don't know much about them unless you read the manga or something and you're way ahead. We really don't know anything. We just know their personality types. Like, for example, Coco, we know she's just like this very positive person, but because she killed her mom, now she has like this in the back of her head. She's pretty much scarred forever. And she's very curious in magic. And then, of course, we have Agate, someone who extremely disrespectful, extremely arrogant, extremely bratty, and has huge insecurities within her own family. Now is finally to make a good 180 because of Coco. Coco has really made her turn into a believer. She turned, thanks to Coco, she became kinder and honestly wiser. She saw that different spells can be used in different manners and whatnot. And then we have Riche over here. Like I said, she just seemed like a cool person at first, until she just became very arrogant. Like, not arrogant, but naive. She just believed in learning one type of magic, and that's her own unique magic. In which case, that didn't really help that much, especially fighting against the brimmed cats. And then, of course, we have Tetsuya, the other chick, where she just overwhelmingly positive, but she just frightens way too easily. So there you have it. That's pretty much the whole cast of this anime. And then, of course, right here we got Dog Boy. Oh, who is he again? I don't remember his name. Let me see. Let me look it up. Straight from Full Metal Alchemist. Turned into a fucking chimera over here. Wenny. Uni. The fuck do you say his name, bro? They got a shitload of information. Usually when I go on Myanimelist and I look for character information, there ain't shit. How does the background guy have so much shit in his? Holy crap. Let me see what it has here. Uni is a very ancient witch who underestimates his abilities. Let's see. Let me just try to read this real quick. This due to him being hyper aware of his faults. Uni tends to think lowly of himself, and that causes him to underperform in many situations. He was most comfortable practicing magic when there isn't an audience watching him. During his third time taking the sincerity of the shield, Uni was inspired by Riche's individuality. Now, desiring to be more like her, this, along with her positive example being set by Ilaria, the witch currently looking after Yoni, has resulted in the boy starting to gain more and more confidence, with Uni even beginning to learn the importance of not taking the easy way out. What the fuck? Not taking the easy way out. When did he learn this shit? Bro, they're literally like, all that happened within like one episode. Now they're getting hunted by like the brimmed hats. Let's see. While discussing how to get Morphins to follow them, Uni and Riche have a disagreement due to Uni focusing on the right way to take the test, while Riche believes in doing it with her own magic. Uni, when Riche's non by the book style ended up working, Uni began to realize that there might be more than one way to pass the test. As they continue, Uni is constantly doubting himself and thinking himself unable to solve the problems he comes across, this being due to him internalizing the abuse of his master, who said he would never amount to anything. However, Riche is able to show him that he is more than capable of solving the obstacles that come across on his own, helping him to gain confidence in being his self-loathing to subside. It's kind of awkward because yes, he was able to like stop self-loathing, but he was able to also just be himself within the self-loathing. It's like the weirdest fucking contrast. So yeah, there's information about this dude. Man, there's a lot of information, but they're just pretty much just telling you exactly what happened in the episode, which is not bad. You know, I don't mind it. But so yeah, I given this anime. So my final take, my final review for this series, 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. It's just so hard to score these animes that just came out, you know, and there's not enough there. There's just not enough. Like, they need 2 cores. Can we please just get, can that just be like the standard when we have new animes like this? Give us 2 cores. Like, 1 core is fine. But 2 is better. Like, just not enough to really gauge where this anime is going and the potential that it has. Obviously, the world building and everything else in this anime is just limitless. Like, the world building is insane. Just them just being in this cave already shows how, you know, how much this world hasn't even been explored yet. Like, right here towards the end, we see like the gold people. Like, what the fuck? Like, we just learned so much in one episode. It's like, it's already like information overload, and it just makes you curious about other things in this world and what the witches and all this other stuff has been going on. Let's see if we can come on, buddy. Let's see. I want to see if I can show you guys the gold people. There you go. Damn, this looks badass, man. This looks so cool. The gold people turned into gold by the witches within the old ruins of their city. Yeah, now that just looks so cool, man. So yeah, we have a lot of just this stuff throwing at us. We really don't know much about the world building yet. That's why we need more than, you know, they really just focus more on the characters rather than the world building. You know, just trying to balance out both. I can see why, you know, 13 episodes is just not enough. Okay, so let's read some comments here. So Nate goes, okay, a few things with the ending. The way Quiffrey is still hanging onto the girls as they're unconscious there is so beautiful. His first instinct is to always protect. He's a natural born father. The way he reacts when Coco goes for his glasses shows he's hiding tremendous amount of pain, which makes the fact he never lashes out or gets angry at the girls that much more remarkable. And lastly, where the fuck is my chocolate? the Romanons really turned to gold, so they weren't just an allegory for greed and hubris. They generally collapsed their own society under their weight. Holy fuck. I guess that's what they're called. So that was from on 8. I just showed you guys there. Me trying to find season 2 announcement. It's nowhere. Really? I think there was. I don't know. As of making this video, I don't know yet. Episode wise, RIP Wani. He knew you as much as we knew the morphs. Can't say I was emotionally invested, but still a victim. So anyway, Yeah. The brimmed cat just wanted to gently terrify the group, but at least one kid is special. So if someone gets a balance, one can have Kino Mimi. Oh man, that's why I read these comments, man. They be funny as fuck. You've heard of Angry Riche, now get ready for Bleh Riche. Bro, I'm telling you, man, Riche is just such a fucking brat. Like, she has so much attitude. And I thought Agate had attitude problems, but Riche, man, she's like the dark horse of attitude. The only way Winnie's fate could have been any more horrifying is if the form the Brimcats morphed him into was a morphon. Especially if the chicks watch. Either way, it's sad watching the nervous dude get his fears realized. Fuck, yeah. I mean, it's not... Winnie is just... Yeah, he's just devastated, bro. There's no recovering from this shit. That dude is scarred, and... Yeah, there's not much they could have done there. The gals are just too young, too inexperienced. There's just no way for them to actually like help him. I don't feel like, unless it's like they have to combat forbidden magic with forbidden magic, fight fire with fire. Doesn't deserve his fate. Save him, Agate. No, Agate can't do shit. I don't feel like she can. It's just too soon. Putting aside the manga stance in view. What the fuck? What do you mean putting aside? What the fuck happened? Fuck happened, mate? Of the anime industry, this was an incredibly dry and safe anime that screams Disney. Nothing particular was bad, but nothing particularly was good either. It was lukewarm at best, with its only strong point being its high production value. Yeah, huge production value, my guy. Huge production value. Let's see now. They left us at an interesting cliffhanger. Most things that happened were expected, but it could take you anymore. Interesting turn. Now that the... Okay, yup. Okay. Yeah, no. Cario. Exactly my point. It's just too short-lived. We need more. Like, 13 episodes. Come on. I get the production is insane, but... We just need more. More, damn it. I feel like when you have these great produced anime... You know, the quality is there and we need more of it. Otherwise, we just get more of the same status quo of production. Let's see, angry by default. At first, I was like, oh, okay. He cast the end of the episode spell. Then I went to update it on Maul and realized it was the end of the season spell. What the fuck does that mean? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what he means. See, let's read what more of the community has to say. What cliffhanger? No, for real, man. What the fuck does this ever mean? Let's go second season. Yes. Ash says, wow, they really wanted to end it with that kind of cliffhanger. I know, right? Makes you wonder what will happen to the girls after the attack. And even more worrying for Yenny, who has been transformed into a beast. Winnie. Yeah, Yenny, it sounds the same, right? Now the last scene will clear freeze even more fire. I can't wait for the next core. That was an awesome adaptation, and the manga's so good and beautiful. Yeah, season 2. I don't think it. Yeah, it's not a second core. Probably the most overrated show. Overrated. Sure. Yeah, the production value and visuals are great, but then what? Are you? No, it's just like if it was 24 episodes, I don't think he'd be saying that. I really genuinely believe he wouldn't be saying that. Story's pretty average so far. Well, no shit. Like I said, it's just short-lived. Character writing is decent, but nothing to write home about. Yeah, no, he's got me there. I've seen loads of people praise the magic system, and while it's different for sure, I can't really say I like it that much. The final episode was also terrible. No, this is like I think the system is great because it just shows you the contrast between how they want witches to be and what witches are actually like. And the forbidden side of it is how they're actually like. You know what I'm saying? All scary and whack and crazy and chaotic. How the fuck am I supposed to wait for the second season after that? I think that sums it up. This sums up the whole entire fucking video and what I think about this anime.